My child, do you feel the heaviness rising inside you as you take in these words? That pressure is not fear, it is the vibration of your spirit recognizing truth. It is the confirmation of what Michael has been trying to tell you all along. Heaven does not exaggerate, and I do not waste words. When I say you will never be the same after this confession is revealed, I mean it in the deepest sense. It is not just about one relationship, one betrayal, one person who spoke behind your back. It is about the shift that will take place in your destiny when the veil is torn from your eyes. You will walk differently, you will think differently, you will pray differently, and you will see people differently, because this truth will sharpen your discernment like never before. Michael's cry is not a small sound. It is the roar of a heavenly general who has fought countless battles for you, who has stood at the edge of your bed while you slept to keep the arrows of the night from striking you, who has walked ahead of you in places you didn't even know were dangerous. When he cries, the heavens tremble, and the echo of that cry is recorded in eternity. He is not crying because he doubts you. He is crying because he knows the weight of what you've been blind to. He knows the cost of you skipping his message again. He knows the danger of letting another day pass without you opening what has already been placed in your hands. This person's confession was not casual. It was born from fear, from guilt, from the inability to keep the poison inside any longer. They confessed not because they wanted to free you, but because their conscience burned. And yet, even in their selfish attempt to relieve themselves, they revealed something that exposes everything. Their words carried the map of what they've done to you. Their words carried the secret strategy they used to hold you back. Their words carried the depth of their jealousy, their resentment, their secret desire to see you fail. They thought confessing it in private would release them, but I allowed those words to travel beyond their intended ears, so that you, my beloved, would not remain in the dark. Think of how many times you've prayed, God, show me the truth. God, remove the veil. God, reveal who is for me and who is against me. Every one of those prayers was heard. This is the answer. But my answer is not always wrapped in comfort. Sometimes it is wrapped in revelation that shakes the very ground beneath you. You asked me to show you, and I am showing you now. But to receive it, you must not delay, you must not tell yourself that tomorrow will be better timing. Tomorrow may be too late. Right now, Heaven has aligned this moment for you to see and to know. Do not think it strange that Michael weeps while delivering this. He is not only my warrior, he is also the angel who carries deep compassion for those entrusted to him. His tears are evidence of how much he values you, how much he has invested in guarding your destiny. He knows what it means if you ignore this again. He knows the enemy has already planned the next step, hoping you will delay long enough for their plot to take root. And he knows that only by opening this message fully, only by embracing the truth you've tried to avoid, can you stop the damage before it multiplies. My child, I do not tell you these things to leave you broken. I tell you these things so you can rise. The confession is painful, yes. It will shake your heart, yes. But in the shaking, I will also plant your feet on a rock that no one can move. When you see what has been said about you, when you finally grasp the reality of what they confessed, it will feel like the end of something. But what is ending is the illusion that kept you chained. What is beginning is the season of freedom, clarity, and elevation. Do you not see how the enemy has been working in shadows? Do you not feel how many times you've been delayed without explanation? These are not random. The confession explains everything. It is the missing piece to the puzzle you have been struggling to put together. And once you hear it, once you accept it, once you allow Michael to hand you the scroll he has been crying over, the entire picture of your life will make sense in a way it never has before. You will remember the strange way someone's attitude toward you changed overnight. You will remember the opportunity that was almost yours but slipped away without reason. You will remember the sudden silence from people you thought were friends. And then, you will connect it all back to what this person confessed. You will realize that so much of your confusion was not your fault, but the result of a secret attack spoken into the atmosphere against you. But now, the secret is broken. Now, the chains are cracking. Now, the lie cannot hold you anymore. Michael has been holding this moment with trembling hands, longing for you to open. He has cried because he sees the blessing waiting just beyond this wall, and he fears you will miss it if you delay again. He has shouted in the heavens that he will not let the enemy succeed, but he cannot force your will. He can fight, he can shield, he can carry messages, but he cannot choose for you. That is why he cries. He sees the victory within your grasp, yet he has watched you skip, postpone, ignore. But not this time, my child. Not this time. You must act now. This confession is not simply about exposing one person. It is about exposing the chain reaction that their words caused. It is about showing you that every delay, every strange resistance, every unexplained loss was tied to what they released into the world about you. And once you know it, once you confront it with my truth, you will break not just one chain, but an entire system of oppression that has lingered around you for years. My child, I love you too much to leave you deceived. I love you too much to let you live under the weight of someone else's lie. I am exposing this now, even though it hurts, because on the other side of the hurt is your healing. On the other side of the tears is your triumph. On the other side of Michael's cry is your laughter. You may weep tonight, but joy is waiting for you in the morning. God says, my child, as you sit with these words, your heart is trembling because you feel the weight of what is being revealed. You know deep down that Archangel Michael's tears are not ordinary. They are not light droplets falling from the sky, but rivers of sorrow mixed with urgency, carrying the echo of heaven's alarms into your spirit. He has watched you skip him so many times, and though he never stopped protecting you, he now sees the danger of delay. Every second you postpone, the forces that work against you gain more room to operate. But when you act, when you open yourself fully to this truth, every chain they wrapped around you in the unseen will snap like glass beneath his sword. The confession, my child, was spoken in a trembling voice. The one who confessed did not want to speak it, but the burden on their chest became too heavy, and in their weakness, they let the truth slip. They thought they were confessing to someone who could carry their secret, but they did not know that every confession uttered in darkness is recorded in my light. Their words were, "I cannot carry this anymore. What I said and did to them has gone too far. If they ever find out, they will never look at me the same again." Do you understand the depth of that? They admitted that what they have done concerning you is irreversible in human eyes. They fear exposure because exposure will remove the mask they have so carefully worn around you. Archangel Michael trembled when he heard those words, because he saw the effect it would have on your destiny if you remained unaware. He cried loudly, his voice shaking the corridors of heaven, saying, "Father, your child cannot remain blind to this any longer. They must know, they must open, they must hear." His tears were not only for sorrow, but for urgency, because he knew time was running short. You see, this person built layers of lies around themselves, hoping you would never see through them. They even convinced themselves that if they pretended long enough, you would never notice. But the truth always rises, my child. It cannot stay buried. And now it is at the surface, pressing to be revealed, pressing to be acknowledged, pressing to change your life forever. This is not a simple matter of gossip or misunderstanding. No, what they confessed holds power. It is something that altered how others see you, something that blocked opportunities, something that whispered against your name in places you were meant to be honored. That is why you felt rejection in places where you deserved acceptance. That is why doors seemed to slam shut in your face when you had done nothing wrong. It wasn't about your worth or your effort, it was about the poison that came from their confession. But I tell you this now because the poison has reached its limit. No longer will it circulate in your atmosphere. No longer will it be allowed to contaminate the blessings I ordained for you. The antidote is in your hands right now. It is this message, this moment, this revelation. Michael's voice is echoing even now. Do not skip this. Do not treat this lightly. This is heaven's emergency broadcast to your soul. He is not only crying, he is pleading, shaking the foundations of your heart so you will not dismiss this as just another word. My child, hear me. When you receive this truth, when you accept it, a flood of angelic movement will be unleashed around you. Forces that were held back will rush to your defense. Paths that were blocked will suddenly open. People who doubted you will suddenly see clarity. You will never be the same again, because truth is never passive. Truth transforms. The person's confession was recorded not once, but 3 times in heaven's registry. Once when the words left their mouth, once when they were carried by the wind of the Spirit into Michael's hearing, and once when Michael placed them before my throne and said, "This is what they said about your child." So there is no denying it, no erasing it. Even if they try to rewrite the story now, heaven has preserved the original. And that is why exposure is inevitable. Do you remember those sudden nights when you woke up with a strange heaviness in your chest? That was the moment they were speaking about you. Do you remember the day you felt strangely rejected without cause? That was the ripple of their confession reaching you. Do you remember the times when you felt your own spirit doubting your worth for no reason? That was the shadow of their words pressing on your soul. But today, that shadow is being burned away by the light of truth. Michael's crying is also a form of intercession. Every tear he sheds for you is a prayer ascending into my throne room, a cry for justice, a cry for intervention, a cry for your awakening. He knows how precious you are to me. He knows the calling I placed on your life. He knows the level of blessing I designed for you. And he knows how much has been delayed by this secret that was never supposed to hold power over you. That is why he will not stop crying until you receive this. My child, the one who confessed thought their words were safe. They thought it was buried. But they did not realize that the spiritual world has no locked doors where I choose to shine my light. They did not realize their whispers in the night became shouts in the heavens. They did not realize their attempt to hide would lead to their own undoing. For what is hidden will always be revealed, and what is whispered in darkness will be shouted from the rooftops. I tell you this now not to overwhelm you, but to prepare you. You will feel different after this. You will see people differently. You will not look at relationships the same. Because truth sharpens vision, and once you see, you cannot unsee. But do not fear this change. It is not meant to break you, it is meant to free you. Michael is right beside you as you read. His hand rests on your shoulder, his tears falling like burning drops of urgency, and his voice cries out, "Do not skip. Do not ignore. This is the moment." Because what has been confessed about you is not just information, it is revelation, and revelation always shifts the course of destiny. God says, "The heavens are restless tonight because the truth is trying to break through the walls you keep around your heart." Archangel Michael has been walking near you like a shadow of light, and his cries echo through the realms because he cannot bear to see you skipping him again. He is not crying as humans cry, from weakness or despair, but his tears are thunderous, filled with the weight of all the messages he carried for you that you ignored. He is weeping because he knows that the person who confessed about you has already set into motion consequences that are shaping your days. And yet, the same confession they made, which they thought would harm you, is the very evidence that heaven will use to vindicate you. This is why he begs you to open, to hear, to not look away this time. The person you think of right now, yes, the one whose presence makes your heart shift uncomfortably, is the same one who whispered words into the wrong ears. They thought they were untraceable, but their confession burned through the veil of secrecy and reached the ears of my angels. They confessed about you because the weight of their guilt was unbearable, but their confession was twisted with intention. They wanted to appear righteous while painting you as the problem. My child, this is not an assumption. This is not suspicion. This is truth that Michael has carried like fire in his wings, waiting for you to finally let him place it into your hands. You wonder why Michael cries. He cries because he sees how much you love, how much you trust, how much you give of yourself, and he sees the knife someone was hiding behind their back even while they embraced you. He knows you cannot see it yet, because your eyes are tender, your heart is kind, and you always look for the good in people. That kindness is a gift from me, but it is also what the enemy tries to twist into a weakness. Michael cries because he knows that if you do not listen this time, you will step once again into the trap of deception. He cries because he loves you too much to watch you bleed from wounds that were avoidable. The confession itself was whispered first in anger, then repeated in shame, and finally spoken as a way to unburden their conscience. But they never knew that what they confessed about you would echo in heaven's chambers. They thought it was hidden, but my ears are everywhere. My spirit hears what no man can hide. They confessed not just words, but intentions, desires, choices, and those choices were against you. They admitted things that would shake you if you knew them, and heaven could not keep it silent any longer. That is why I sent this message now. That is why Michael has been restless, crying, warning, urging. My child, you will never be the same after this truth because your heart will open to a deeper wisdom, your eyes will finally see without the veil, and your destiny will be freed from the weight of their schemes. Do you not see how your path has been delayed again and again? Do you not see how blessings that were ready seem to vanish at the last moment? This is not coincidence. It is connected to the words they spoke, the confession they released, which planted seeds of doubt in others and in the spiritual atmosphere. But tonight, I break those seeds. Tonight, I expose the root. Tonight, I turn their confession into your elevation. The angels gather around you even as these words enter your heart. They stand with open scrolls, ready to erase the accusations that came from those confessions. Michael lifts his sword, his tears falling like drops of fire, and he says again to you, "Do not skip me. Do not skip this. This is not a joke. If you knew how close you are to the moment that will shift your life forever, you would tremble with both fear and awe. Open quickly. You have prayed for clarity. You have asked me, God, show me who is real and who is false. Show me who I can trust. And now I answer with this: the confession has already revealed it. The mask has slipped. Their words are proof of where their heart truly stands. Believe the signs you have been given. Believe the tears of Michael, who stands as your guardian, as your messenger, as your protector. Believe that this is the moment that separates the before from the after in your life. Do not think it strange that you feel a stirring right now, a heaviness in your chest, almost as if someone is pressing on your spirit. That is Michael's cry reaching into your very being. That is the urgency of heaven making sure you do not dismiss this as just another message. My child, you asked me to speak, and I am speaking now with thunder and tenderness. This is your moment. The truth will not wait forever. The confession has already been recorded, and now it waits for you to receive it. I know that your heart is afraid. I know that you fear the pain of betrayal, of finding out that someone you cared for has spoken against you. But I tell you, my child, the pain will not last forever. The freedom that comes after the pain will be worth everything. The chains will fall. The fog will lift. The confusion will end. And the same confession that once threatened to destroy you will become the testimony of why you rise. Archangel Michael's tears are not just sorrow, they are intercession. With every cry, he is praying for you, standing before me on your behalf, begging me to give you one more chance to listen, one more chance to open, one more chance to act. And I, in my mercy, have granted it. That is why you are here, why these words are reaching you now. Because I love you too much to let you remain in the dark. Because Michael loves you too much to let you walk unprotected. Because the time has come for exposure, for truth, for freedom. My child, this is not a warning to scare you. This is a revelation to prepare you. What was confessed about you will hurt to hear, but it will also heal you. It will explain so much. It will align so much. And it will release you into a future you did not even know was waiting. You will never be the same, and that is my promise. God says, I see how your heart trembles as you wonder what it could be, what they confessed, how it could change everything you thought you knew. But I also see how you hesitate, how a part of you resists opening the full truth, because you fear the pain it might bring. My beloved child, do not let fear hold you back any longer. Truth may sting for a moment, but lies wound for a lifetime. You have already carried wounds you could not explain, heartbreaks that seemed to appear out of nowhere, doors that closed without reason. What you did not realize was that those wounds had roots, and the root was watered by the very confession you are about to learn. The person you trusted has been living a double life of words. To your face, they spoke of care, loyalty, and concern. Behind your back, their mouth released confessions of envy, jealousy, resentment, and secrets so carefully hidden that no one would have believed it unless heaven recorded it. They sat in the company of others and poured out words that condemned you, revealed things about you that you never gave permission to share, twisted your actions into stories that made them look innocent and you appear guilty. These were not slip-ups or accidents, my child. These were confessions made with intention, with the purpose of shifting the light off of them and onto you. Michael has heard every word. He has not only heard. Beloved soul, this message is not arriving to you by chance, nor is it a simple coincidence floating in the air. It is divinely appointed, marked for you with precision from heaven itself. God is speaking directly into your spirit at this very moment. He says, do not delay, do not doubt, and do not dismiss this. He has placed you in this moment because your life is entering a shift that no one else around you can comprehend. You are chosen to witness a miracle that will unfold before 9 p.m. tonight, and the countdown has already begun. Within 2 minutes of reading these words, something will stir in the unseen realm and begin to align for you. God is begging you not because He is powerless, but because He longs for you to see, to believe, and to accept what He has been preparing for you. Heaven has been recording your tears, the cries you whispered in silence, the disappointments you carried when no one noticed. God has not overlooked a single one. Even when you thought you were forgotten, even when it felt like doors were slamming shut in your face, even when people abandoned you and you thought you were left without help, God was secretly holding you, preserving you for this very moment. That is why He is urgent with you now. He is not telling this message to everyone. This is sealed with your name, carried by angels directly to your heart. Do not doubt what is being said, because the enemy will try to whisper lies into your ears. He will tell you that this message is too much, that miracles are not real, that nothing can change in a matter of minutes. But the Lord wants you to know that time bends when He moves. What would take years for human hands to accomplish can unfold in mere minutes when heaven intervenes. That is why He says, do not skip this. Do not delay. Trust me in this moment. You are chosen, and that chosen mantle is not light. You have endured fires others could not have survived. You walked through valleys where others collapsed. You carried burdens that would have destroyed weaker souls, yet you are still here. Not by accident, not by luck, but because the hand of God refused to let you fall beyond recovery. That is why the miracle today is sealed for you. He is begging you because His love for you is so great, He cannot allow you to walk blindly past the miracle He has prepared. Right now, heaven is opening something. Angels are circling, preparing to deliver what belongs to you. They are aligning people, opportunities, and breakthroughs that you cannot yet see. Within 2 minutes, a divine shift is activated. You may not feel it with your physical senses immediately, but in the spirit realm it will roar like thunder. God says, trust me. Do not fear. Do not hold back. Because tonight, before 9 p.m., you will see evidence that heaven has intervened in your life. Think back on the times you almost gave up. Those nights you couldn't sleep, those days you felt invisible. Those were not wasted. They were birthing pains for this moment. God was refining you, shaping you, proving that you could carry the blessing without being destroyed by it. Many pray for miracles, but few are prepared to hold them. You, beloved, have been prepared. That is why your name is written in this message. That is why this moment is not to be shared, but to be received deeply within your spirit. God is saying to you now, I am with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. Even when storms rage, I am the calm in the middle. Even when voices rise against you, I am the defender who silences them. Even when shadows chase you, my light will blind them. You are safe, you are covered, you are chosen. Do not look at the circumstances around you and think they hold the final word. They do not. They are temporary shadows. What God is doing for you tonight is permanent. It will not be reversed, it will not be stolen, it will not be delayed. But your trust, your prayer, your belief is the key to unlocking it. God is begging you because He knows how easily doubt can snatch miracles away. So He is urging you, pray, trust, believe, and do not let this slip. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Whisper your heart to God. Tell Him your fears, your desires, your wounds. He is listening right now, more closely than He ever has. He is wrapping His arms around you as you open yourself to Him. He is reminding you that you are never alone, that angels walk beside you, that the fire around you is not meant to consume you but to refine you. This is not a warning of doom, this is a promise of breakthrough. Before 9 p.m. tonight, you will see a sign. It may come as a word, a message, a call, or a sudden shift in your environment. It may come as a peace flooding your heart when you least expect it. But it will come. And when it does, you will know beyond a doubt that God has kept His word. You will know that this message was not random, but heaven sent. You will know that He begged you to pay attention because He didn't want you to miss it. Child of God, you are chosen. Your story is not ending in pain. Your journey is not closing in defeat. You are stepping into a chapter written by divine hands, sealed with divine promises, and delivered with divine timing. Within 2 minutes, the unseen begins to shift. Before 9 p.m., the evidence will manifest. Trust Him. Pray to Him. Walk in confidence that no evil can touch what God has blessed. Beloved, lift your heart now. Whisper your Amen. Heaven is listening. God is smiling upon you. The miracle has already begun. God says, this is a message of urgency and divine clarity, a message that arrives to your heart in this very moment not by accident, but by divine design. God says, you are not reading these words by coincidence, because He has chosen you specifically, carefully, with great love and eternal purpose. You are the one He has placed His eye upon today, and this moment is set apart for you in the heavenly calendar. God says, you are chosen to see this miracle today before 9 p.m. God is not whispering this to the crowd. He is not announcing this to the multitudes. This is private, personal, and meant only for you. It is as though He has written your name on the message itself and sealed it with His own light so that no other soul can claim it. God is begging you in this moment, not because He is weak, but because His love for you is overflowing beyond measure, a love so vast that it bends heaven toward you. He says, "My child, I am begging you to listen, to open your heart, and to not take this lightly. For He knows that the enemy tries to distract you, to pull your focus away with doubts, with noise, with endless confusion. But today God is saying, this is different. This is urgent. This is your miracle moment. He tells you, it will happen in 2 minutes. That is how close it is. Just as dawn cannot be stopped from rising, just as the tide cannot be held back, the miracle that is marked with your name is about to unfold. God says, do not tell this to anyone. Not because He does not want others to receive blessings, but because this one is sealed in heaven under your name, your identity, your soul's record. He says, this is for you. If you share it too quickly, if you speak it before it matures, others may try to take it, twist it, or contaminate what I have designed. That is why God is guarding this miracle with secrecy until it manifests fully. God says, you are safe. You are under my wing. Nothing will go wrong with you because I am holding you with my own hands. The same hands that formed galaxies, that sculpted mountains, that spread out the stars, are the same hands cradling your life right now. Rest assured, says the Lord, there is no power strong enough to undo what He has written for you. Not the schemes of people, not the whispers of the enemy, not even the fears inside your own heart can stop this divine unfolding. He urges you to trust Him, to pray, to lift your voice not with doubt, but with assurance that the one who promised is faithful. Prayer is not you begging Him to do something, it is you opening the door to allow His already prepared miracle to step into your life. God says, I have already finished it. I am only asking you to believe. This message is urgent because heaven's clock is moving closer to the hour, and before 9 p.m. today, a sign will reveal itself. God says, do not dismiss it as ordinary. You may look around and see something small, simple, but God says that behind that small sign is the doorway to something massive, life-changing, unshakable. The miracle may begin quietly, but it will grow like fire spreading through dry wood until it lights up every area of your life. He says, my child, I am begging you, don't skip this. For skipping it means ignoring the knock at your door. Skipping it means overlooking the divine spark that is about to ignite in your path. God is saying, if you open, if you believe, if you trust, then nothing can stop the flow of blessings I am sending your way. And He whispers to you, I am closer than your breath right now. I see the hidden tears. I see the doubts you do not say aloud. I see the weight you have been carrying silently while smiling on the outside. I am telling you, you are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. I have marked this day for you. God says the miracle is both within and around you. Within you, because your heart will suddenly feel a shift, an inner peace that breaks through the storm. Around you, because doors that have long been shut will suddenly creak open. God says, you are about to walk into favor you did not labor for. You are about to receive answers you did not even know how to ask for. You are about to experience protection that will leave your enemies speechless. Heaven is moving, angels are dispatched, and Archangel Michael himself is watching over this unfolding for you. God says, I do not send this lightly. I do not speak in vain. When I say before 9 p.m., I mean it. Watch and you will see. In 2 minutes, the energy, the spirit, the shift will begin. God wants you to breathe now and trust. Don't look at the storm around you. Don't look at the clock with fear. Look at Him. Look at His promise. For He is faithful, and His word never returns void. He says, this is your hour. This is your sign. This is your miracle. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe, you are loved, and you are chosen. And so He calls you now to pray, not a complicated prayer, but a simple opening of your heart. Just say, God, I trust you. I receive what you have prepared. I will not fear. I will not doubt. I know you are with me. For those words will unlock the floodgates. Heaven will respond to your surrender. God says, you are standing on holy ground. Don't turn away. Don't miss this. Don't let the enemy trick you into thinking this is coincidence. This is divine appointment. And when you see it, when you feel it, keep it close in your heart, for this is only the beginning. More is coming, greater is unfolding, and your story is about to shift into glory beyond measure. God is begging you because He knows what waits ahead. He sees the blessing and He doesn't want you to delay. He is not begging because He needs you. He is begging because He loves you so much that He doesn't want you to miss what is yours. And today, this very day, before 9 p.m., you will know without doubt that God Himself has spoken. God says this message is reaching you at the exact time it was meant to arrive, not a second late and not a second early. Heaven has whispered to your spirit, and today a miracle is being prepared for you in ways your human eyes cannot yet see. God is begging you not because He is weak, but because His love for you is so powerful, so unshakable, so endless that he humbles himself just to make sure you don't miss this blessing. This is not an ordinary day. This is not just another moment. This is the moment where time bends itself around you, where heaven pauses to look upon you, and where the Spirit of God is releasing something you have been waiting for. Before 9 p.m. today, a divine miracle has been scheduled in your path, and God is pleading with you to receive it. For too long, you have carried weight inside your soul that no one else understood. For too long, you have prayed in silence, crying when no one was watching, asking if God truly hears you. And now He answers, "Yes, I heard you. Yes, I watched you. Yes, I was there when you thought you were all alone. And yes, my child, this is the moment where your waiting ends." God says, this is not a coincidence. This message is not by chance. This is a heavenly confirmation that something has shifted in your life. What looked impossible will be made possible. What looked locked will be opened. What looked broken will be healed. God is begging you to trust Him in this. He is asking you to not share it with anyone because this blessing is not for everyone's ears. Some around you cannot understand the depth of what He is about to release. Some might doubt it, and their doubt can weaken your faith. That is why heaven says, this is only for you. Do not tell it. Do not explain it. Just open your heart and receive. There is a sacredness to this miracle. Just like when angels appeared in silence, when miracles were whispered in secret places, God wants you to receive this blessing without the noise of the world interfering. 2 minutes. That is all it takes for God to shift everything. In 2 minutes, a phone can ring that changes your destiny. In 2 minutes, a door can open that no one thought would move. In 2 minutes, an opportunity can appear where yesterday there was only emptiness. God says this miracle is already at your doorstep, already on its way, already timed and aligned. Nothing and no one can stop it. Even if the enemy tries to interfere, God says He has already placed an angel with a sword of fire guarding your blessing. It will not be stolen, it will not be delayed, it will not be lost. God knows how tired you are. He knows how many times you've been close to giving up, how many times you've questioned if life will ever get better, how many times you've whispered under your breath, "Lord, when is it my turn?" And today, God says, it is your turn. It is your time. It is your season. Heaven is not late. The miracle is coming before 9 p.m., exactly as promised. You are chosen for this because your heart has been tested, your patience has been refined, your tears have been noticed. Every single tear you cried was planted as a seed in heaven's soil, and now, at this very moment, those seeds are sprouting into a harvest of blessings. God says, do not fear. Nothing will go wrong. You are safe in my hands. The enemy may have tried to convince you that disaster was waiting, but God says, "No, my beloved, protection surrounds you. I have assigned angels to you. They walk beside you, they hover over your roof, they are in the rooms where you sleep, and they are at the doors where harm tries to enter. Nothing can harm you because you are chosen. Nothing can steal what God Himself has written with His hand. He is reminding you that you are carved into the palm of His hand, and He never lets go. Heaven's clock is moving, and God says to you now, prepare your heart. Do not doubt. Do not resist. Do not delay. This is an urgent call, not because God is desperate, but because He does not want you to miss what belongs to you. Too many times blessings passed over you because you hesitated, because you thought you weren't worthy, because you let fear whisper louder than faith. But today is different. Today, God is begging you to receive this. Not tomorrow, not later, not when it feels convenient, now. Think of how the Red Sea opened in a moment, how walls of Jericho fell in a moment, how prison doors for Paul and Silas swung wide in a moment. Those were sudden miracles. They came after waiting, after praying, after struggling. And then suddenly, everything shifted. God says, that same suddenly is coming to you today. At the exact appointed time, before 9 p.m., your miracle will manifest. Don't question how. Don't ask if it's possible. Don't try to figure out the details. Just trust me. Your prayer has been powerful, even when you felt weak. Your faith has been stronger than you realize, even when you doubted yourself. God is telling you that He has not just heard your words, but He has heard the cries of your heart, the desires you didn't even have strength to speak out loud. And because of that, He is moving for you. Heaven is aligning situations, moving people, orchestrating encounters. Right now, behind the scenes, angels are carrying out God's instructions for your life. They are preparing the way for you. They are pushing back darkness. They are holding open doors. And here is the promise: nothing will go wrong. The enemy will not succeed. The fear will not win. You will not lose. You will not fall. You are safe. God's hand is over your life like a shield of light. No curse, no weapon, no hidden plot can reach you. Even when people try to work against you, their efforts will turn into stepping stones for you. Even when doors are slammed in your face, they are simply guiding you toward the right one. God is promising that